Tonight, the DEA is offering $10 million for information leading to the arrest of the Mexican drug kingpin known as El Mencho.
Welcome to our channel. Brace yourself for an eye-opening and chilling expose as we uncover the craziest things El Mencho has done. Known as one of the most feared and dangerous drug lords in the world, El Mencho's reign of terror has left a trail of destruction and chaos. From ruthless acts of violence to audacious escapes from authorities, we delve into the shocking and daring exploits of this elusive criminal mastermind. Join us as we navigate the dark and treacherous world of El Mencho and uncover the untold stories that will leave you in disbelief. Get ready for a gripping and harrowing journey into the craziest deeds of El Mencho. Let's begin. Meet the infamous El Mencho, a man with a staggering $10 million bounty on his head. Ironically, he once lived in California, where he faced arrest on drug charges and eventual deportation back to Mexico. Leading the Jalisco New Generation gang, the fastest expanding cartel in Mexico, El Mencho has a history of brutality and bloodshed that strikes fear into the hearts of rivals and citizens alike. As the cartel moves across Mexico, their conflicts resemble something out of the Middle Ages, complete with fortified outposts and brutal targeting operations. U.S. law enforcement has been relentless, resulting in hundreds of detentions and numerous indictments. Yet, El Mencho's influence only grows, leading the cartel into new territories and undertaking propaganda wars through social media and cinema. Offering bounties for his capture worth millions of dollars, El Mencho remains elusive, evading authorities with a mix of brutal tactics and sophisticated innovations. From drug trafficking to organized crime, his reign of terror knows no bounds. What are the craziest things El Mencho has done? Unraveling the mystery surrounding El Mencho's immense wealth was no easy feat, but recent reports from Univision have shed light on the extent of his riches. From luxurious cabins on Mexico's Pacific coast to over 100 Japanese restaurants, shopping malls, newspapers, and real estate, his empire spans far and wide. Not to mention a tequila brand with aspirations to conquer Europe, gold bars used for money laundering, and even a ranch housing exotic animals like Bengal tigers and endangered birds. The Drug Enforcement Administration estimates his fortune to be in the range of at least $500 million to potentially over $1 billion. The question remains, how does one individual accumulate such staggering wealth in the shadows of the drug trade? El Mencho's notoriety only grew when he became the head of one of the Millennial Cartel's units in Guadalajara, leading his squad, Los Manos Zetas, to target rivals and vow protection for the public. His alliance with the Sinaloa Cartel, one of the most notorious drug trafficking organizations, added layers of complexity to his game of hide and seek. El Mencho's ability to evade capture has made him a legend in the underworld. Reports place him in the highlands and rural areas, protected by heavily armed guards with paramilitary training. El Mencho, the elusive drug lord, has mastered the art of staying one step ahead of law enforcement. He cleverly maneuvers between various municipalities in Jalisco, as well as other states like Michoacán, Colima, and Nayarit, leaving investigators puzzled about his whereabouts. His success isn't just based on luck, it's fueled by his strict discipline and commitment to staying fit. Unlike his predecessors, he refrains from drugs and alcohol, allowing him to evade capture even when running through rugged terrains for days on end. El Mencho is a master of seclusion, preferring to reside in far-off estates that remain elusive to police access. His leisure time involves horse riding, competing in motorcycle races, and basking in the thrill of fear and submission that he instills through acts of extreme brutality. The city of Guadalajara, Mexico, has witnessed the gruesome aftermath of his actions, with decapitated victims hanging from bridges and dismembered torsos left on sidewalks, each marked with the chilling letters CJNG, the calling card of the CJNG cartel. The CJNG's expansion is alarming, and their boldness knows no bounds. This cartel is considered the source of vast amounts of meth and fentanyl flowing into the United States, making it a major concern for U.S. law enforcement agencies. The question remains, can anyone stop El Mencho and his reign of terror? In the ever-shifting landscape of the cartel underworld, El Mencho's quest for dominance became a gripping tale of internal conflict and power struggles. As the Millennial Cartel's top leaders fell one by one into the hands of the law, El Mencho saw an opportunity to ascend the throne. The downfall of the cartel seemed imminent, and he was eager to take control. However, his ambition was met with opposition from within the ranks. A faction led by El Pilo, who had previously worked closely with the fallen leaders, challenged El Mencho's bid for supremacy. In a dramatic clash of wills, the cartel faced a critical juncture. El Mencho demanded retaliation against those who dared to oppose him, fueling the flames of internal strife. The tension grew, and the cartel eventually split into two factions, La Residencia, led by El Mencho, and Los Torcidos, representing the opposing force. As the power struggle intensified, questions arose: would El Mencho's iron fist be enough to crush the resistance? In the shadowy realm of cartels and power plays, the clash between La Resistencia and Los Torcidos took center stage, with accusations and motives shrouded in mystery. As the two groups vied for control of lucrative drug smuggling routes in Jalisco, El Mencho and his faction, La Resistencia, devised a clever propaganda campaign. By exposing the rival gangs' brutal extortions on civilians, businessmen, and government authorities, El Mencho sought to legitimize his presence and rally support for his cause. The battle for supremacy raged on, and as the dust settled, Los Torcidos emerged victorious, rebranding themselves as the infamous Jalisco New Generation Cartel, a name that would soon strike fear in the hearts of many across western Mexico. In the heart of the underworld, a figure emerged from the shadows, his identity shrouded in a cloak of mystery: El Mencho, a name whispered in hushed tones across dark alleys and secret meeting places. As the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, he wielded power like a master puppeteer, orchestrating a web of criminal enterprises that spanned continents. From the bustling streets of Jalisco to the hidden corners of the United States, his influence knew no bounds. Behind the scenes, a federal indictment painted a vivid portrait of the man they sought to unmask. Accused of plotting to flood the United States with colossal amounts of cocaine and arming his empire with illicit guns, El Mencho became the embodiment of criminal prowess. The walls of the law enforcement closed in, but like smoke in the wind, he eluded their grasp time and again. The elusive leader's cunning extended to his son, Menchito, who stood ready to carry the torch of the CJNG. Fueled by ambition and a thirst for supremacy, El Mencho's rise to power was marked by a ruthless determination to establish dominance within the cartel ranks. An internal struggle brewed as opposing factions vied for control, and the cartel splintered into La Resistencia and Los Torcidos. The fight for dominance was relentless, the thirst for power unquenchable. But what fueled this enigmatic leader's unyielding determination? Some said it was the promise of untold wealth, while others whispered that it was a thirst for authority and control. Like an enigma wrapped in a riddle, El Mencho remained an enigmatic figure, a man who bet on bullfights and cockfights, whose audacious wagers reflected the high-stakes gambles he took in the world of crime. Within his empire, a reign of fear and terror loomed. The ruthless acts of brutality, such as the chilling decapitations of victims displayed as macabre symbols of power, left a haunting mark on the consciousness of those who dared to defy the CJNG. The cartel's calling card etched in blood, a grim reminder of their ability to instill dread and subjugation. As the world of law enforcement closed in, El Mencho danced through a labyrinth of hidden paths, his domain becoming a tapestry of elaborate hideouts and covert facilities. Even aerial searches proved futile as he fired RPGs at military helicopters, leaving the world to wonder, could anyone catch the ghost that was El Mencho? As the legend of this criminal mastermind swelled, the world bore witness to a paradox of myth and reality. Some believed him to be invincible, while others saw him as a mere mortal wrapped in a cloak of darkness. What drove him to become the elusive lord of the underworld? Was it power, money, or simply an insatiable thirst for the thrill of the game? The truth remained obscured within the annals of time, buried beneath layers of legend and folklore. But one thing was certain: El Mencho's tale transcended the realm of crime, morphing into a modern-day epic where truth and fiction intertwined to create a saga that captivated the imagination of those both within and beyond the underworld. In the world of El Mencho, questions abound. and answers evade even the most seasoned investigators. His legacy is one of notoriety, his story a tapestry of crime and audacity that continues to unravel in the deepest recesses of the criminal underworld. For now, he remains a figure of myth, a kingpin hidden within the shadows, forever tantalizing the imagination of those who seek to unveil the man behind the mask. As the hunt for El Mencho persists, the legend grows, and the world watches with bated breath, wondering if the elusive lord of the underworld will ever be unmasked, or forever remain a master of deception. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and to subscribe to our channel to see more intriguing videos.